Good evening, everybody. I'd like to welcome you to the Citrus Heights City Council meeting of February 14th, and I'd like to ask Mr. Slowey if you'd lead us in the pledge.
If you'll please rise. Hand over your heart. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. We had a closed session this evening, and there was no reportable action. So we'll go on to our next item, please, which is roll call.
Councilmember Daniels.
Here.
Councilmember Middleton.
Present.
Councilmember Miller.
Here.
Vice Mayor Slowey.
Present.
And Mayor Bruins.
Present.
Tonight's meeting of the Citrus Heights City Council is cablecast live on Metro Cable 14, the local government affairs channel on the Comcast Consolidated Communications and AT&T UVerse cable systems. This meeting is closed caption and webcast at citrusheights.net. Tonight's meeting replays on Monday, February 18th at 9 a.m. and again on Wednesday, February 20th at 9 a.m. on Channel 14, and a DVD copy is available for checkout from any library branch.
Thank you. Next item, please.
Next item is approval of agenda.
Move approval. Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the agenda. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Any opposed? Carries unanimously. Thank you.
The next item is presentations, of which we have none. The next is comments by council members and regional board updates.
Okay, so let's start with Councilmember Middleton.
Nothing to report.
Okay. Councilmember Miller.
Those are good reports. I have a little bit more, though.
Well, you don't get to take her time.
And
so.
I believe most of us attended the chamber lunch this Tuesday. On Wednesday, I went to the Capitol Corridor meeting, and nothing too spectacular. I did want to highlight a few things that have happened over the past 20 years with the Capitol Corridor. The service level's up 275% from 8 daily trains to 30 now. And that's between well, there's one train that goes all the way from Auburn to San Jose, but most of the round trips are between Sacramento and San Jose. Ridership is up 269% to over almost 2 million riders last year. Revenue's up 480%, and I like the cost recovery ratio. It's 59%, and in comparison, regional transit's sitting at around 21% fare recovery ratio. So very successful service. I know I've run into the chief on that train going down to the Bay Area. And today had my first Sacramento Transportation Authority meeting, and we had a presentation on Senate Bill 1 and its impact to Sacramento County on the how much that'll mean. And apparently it doesn't come close to meeting the needs of pavement repair. And the next item was an update by the Townsend Group on public education, community outreach, opinion research, and expenditure plan development, which basically means they're looking at another Measure A tax increase in 2020. So a little new to this. I'll dig down into the details and have more to report later. As far as regional transit, we didn't have a meeting, but I did want to highlight a few things. The Sacramento RT park and ride lots are free as of March 1st. We continue to seek feedback on potential route changes as part of the SAC RT Forward project. I believe they'll be at the Neighborhood 10 neighborhood meeting. Is that it's the
SOAR.
So I know it's SOAR. They meet the fourth Monday of the month. So thank you. 25th of February, RT will be doing a presentation on the changes and improvements that RT is planning. And RT now provides 15-minute light rail service on weekends. And that's all I have to report.
Thank you. Councilmember Daniels.
Nothing to report back on, but I'll take the opportunity to wish my lovely wife a happy Valentine's Day.
And Vice Mayor Slowey.
Yeah, nothing official to report, but I do want to thank
Mayor Bruins for covering for me last month, towards the end of last month at SACOG while I was out of the country, so thank you for that. And there might be another one or two coming up that I might have to ask you again to cover for me, but, so thanks.
All right. And I have very little to report. We did have a sanitation board meeting yesterday, but it took me an hour and a half to get out downtown in the rain for a 15-minute consent items only meeting and an hour and a half to get home. So nothing to report there. I know it was brutal. But last week, we had a ribbon cutting for a new business here in Citrus Heights. It's Rico's Mexican Food up in the Grand Oaks Shopping Center. So now you have a choice. You have Felipe's or Rico's. And so I encourage you to...
Or Charlie's.
Or Charlie's, if you don't want Mexican food. So if you, encourage you to support our new businesses in Citrus Heights. And we have a lot of opportunity and a lot of choice. It's not only where we eat, but what kind of food we eat. And so it's, I think that's good news for our community, and we welcome them to Citrus Heights. And that's all I have to report on. And next item, please.
Next item is public comment, and members of the audience may address the council on any item of interest to the public and within the council's purview or on any agenda item before or during the council's consideration of the item. If you wish to address the council during the meeting, fill out a speaker identification sheet and give it to myself, the city clerk. When you're called upon to speak, step forward to the podium and state your name for the record. Normally, speakers are limited to 5 minutes each, with 30 minutes being allowed for all comments. Any public comments beyond the initial 30 minutes may be heard at the conclusion of the agenda, and the mayor has the discretion to lengthen or shorten the allotted times.
Thank you. We have 2 speaker sheets this evening, so if there's anybody else in the audience who would like to speak, now is the time to get a speaker sheet and give it to our city clerk, Amy Van. And I'm going to first call on Cheryl McCormick.
Good evening, and thank you. My concern is outside of Carriage Elementary's driveway as it goes on to Carriage. I have been doing traffic safety over there for the last 2 years after school. Luckily, they've changed the time that Carriage gets out versus Mesa, so we have a little more gap there. But we have numerous people that are taking left-hand turns where it's supposed to be a right-hand turn only. And if we could have some kind of guard or something put up, maybe like they do over at Sylvan Junior High, you know, outside the road. Excuse me, I don't usually get this up.
You're doing fine.
Thank you. You know, like those yellow things. I've seen so many near accidents. Kids are crossing the street to get to their parents' cars. There's nobody there. There's not a crosswalk per se. The other thing is that we've got Mesa, especially in the inclement weather, the parents are lining up to go into Mesa and they're blocking traffic. There was one day when I was leaving and it was blocked from Kanya all the way to Footman. That's ridiculous because those aren't just parents for Mesa, it's parents to pick up Carriage as well, and they can't get through.
Okay.
So I have a real concern.
Well, I want to thank you for bringing that forward to us. We have members of our police department here this evening, and they will make note of it, and we will follow up on this and see what we can do.
I really appreciate it,
Thank you.
and thank you for everything you do.
Thank you. Thank you for being a crossing guard. That's dangerous work. Our next speaker is Arthur Ketterling.
Thank you,
Arthur.
Council. My name is Arthur Ketterling. I want to just mention one thing. I'll be short and sweet. That there at Greenback and San Juan, that when you want to cross the street, the light signal at that corner from the if I want to cross from Del Taco to across the street to Carl Jr. and vice versa, that on that side of the street, it doesn't the regular signal light changes, but the walk signal does not change all the time. Sometimes it does, and other times it don't. And when the light don't change to walk, the regular light signal itself does not give that much time. And you have to hurry to get over across. And I've seen kids from time to time, not all the time, but from time to time, they ride their bike, instead of walking their bike across, they ride their bike across, and that's how they get hit at times. And I just wanted to bring that up. And I know that, I don't know, I read a little piece in the monthly news where they're going to be, I think, a study, an update for your signal lights at Greenback and Auburn. I believe Greenback and San Juan should be the same. I thank you.
Thank you, Arthur. We'll look into that, make sure the timing on those things are as they ought to be. So
All
I
right.
appreciate you bringing that forward.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Okay. That's all the speaker sheets I have, so we're going to move on to the next agenda item.
The next item is consent calendar items 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Okay, does anybody have any questions about consent or need an item?
approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve consent calendar. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Thank you, it carries unanimously. Next item.
Next item, public hearings. There are none. The next item is amendments to the Citrus Heights Municipal Code to add Planning Commission member residency requirement, and the recommendation is to introduce an ordinance and waive the reading of the entire ordinance, amending Section 2-269 of the Municipal Code regarding the composition of the Planning Commission. And so I'll be giving the presentation tonight. So back in October, we revitalized the recruitment process for boards and commissions, and so it now includes the process of a video interview for applicants. And through this process, staff determined that the requirement for planning commissioners, there was no requirement in the municipal code that they had to be a resident of the city of Citrus Heights. So under the direction of both the outgoing and incoming mayors, staff has prepared the municipal code update, modifying the municipal code, now stating that members of the Planning Commission shall be residents of the city. So staff is recommending that the council introduce the ordinance tonight, and I'm available for any questions.
Okay. Yes,
No questions, but just a comment. I mean, I know in January, when we went through that process, there were, some decent candidates who worked in the city but did not live. And, I want to thank former Mayor Miller, current Mayor Bruins for asking for this, because we don't have a lot of opportunities for our residents to sit on boards and commissions. Essentially, we have the Planning Commission and one or two other ones that don't meet that often. But, from time to time when we do, like when we did the police board, et cetera, those are different, but I think when you're talking about, personal property, residents, actual, citizens, residents in the city, that should be a minimum requirement of the Planning Commission to live in the city, so I fully support this.
Thank you. Any other comments? Otherwise?
I had a question that I didn't think of till now, and I know it's not noticed, so we really can't discuss it, but the question is that the same requirement for building appeals? Do we have in the code?
For the Construction Board of Appeals, it currently requires that they be a resident of the city.
Okay, so everything's in line.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right, so we have a motion on, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead, Brent.
Just real quick, just want to confirm, I support that change, but do all of our current planning commissioners live within the city?
As far as, yes, they do.
Okay, good.
Okay. All right. So I will, did you move, Jeff, or did you just comment?
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor, do I have a second?
Second.
A motion and a second on the floor to move forward with this. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? It carries unanimously. Thank you.
Thank you.
Little cleanup piece of work there, so. Okay. Next item, please.
Next item is Department Report number 9. The subject is the redesign of the city's website, and I'll again be giving that presentation. So, as I stated, the city has just underwent a redesign of our city website, and so I will be going over that project. So one of the steps of the city's awareness campaign implementation strategy is bringing our brand to life. And we've done so. We've updated our stationery, lapel pens, banners, social media sites, our e-newsletter, and more with our new logo and strapline. Another key strategy, which is one of the single most effective means for spreading and reinforcing Citrus Heights brand identity to our various audiences, is our website. So this project was an 8-month-long project, this new designed website serves as the hub of all things Citrus Heights, while at the same time it's organized in a way that continually reinforces Citrus Heights' solid roots and new growth. So here you're seeing a view of the city's homepage, which showcases our logo and our color scheme and the strapline, Solid Roots, New Growth, in a modern and clean, simple design. A large singular photo from a location in Citrus Heights allows visitors to kind of visually explore Citrus Heights and all the facets of our brand message. And it's kind of maybe hard to see in the picture here, but there is a link so that members of the public can click on it. Says, where is this photo? So all of our photos were taken in the city of Citrus Heights. They're all used throughout our website. So they can go to that link and it tells them where the photo was taken. The main navigation that you see at the top there has been simplified. It's intuitive for users to kind of dig deeper and for content. And then down below the picture, the secondary navigation is more interactive with frequently requested items, as well as some new items that, based on our website analytics, we found that people were interested in, and so we added those components to our homepage. Then if you scroll down the page, into the center of the page is where we have our Citrus Heights highlights. These are all of our news items that we are posting, and we've made it very vibrant with the use of photos, so they really stand out on the page, and they help tell the story. And then scrolling further down the page is our features, our upcoming events, and a glance at our recent social media posts. And this section also features a large photo, which happened to be taken at the Sunrise Mall, the Farmers Market. And like I said, all of our photos are representative of Citrus Heights to help tell our story. Along with this, the Police Department homepage also incorporates our brand identity, and we have added their mission statement to the homepage. And their main navigation and sub-navigation is very similar to the city's, but specific to those items that are of interest for the Police Department.
Great picture, but I guarantee you that wasn't taken in Citrus.
Yeah, we don't have 7 of them.
Then again, if you scroll down, the center of the page provides relevant police-specific news items. And then further down on the page also features links to programs and services that the police department offers, with graphic links to really visually grab the users, as well as upcoming events and their social media posts.
So Farley gets his own video on this page?
Yep. he's got-
Farley was on Nextdoor today wishing us a happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, God.
I think he should have his own page.
Larissa gets credit for that.
But with that, that is the new city website, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Well, thank you for all your hard work, you and all the other folks involved in this. And, uh-oh, time out
Yep.
for cuteness here. So So how do you follow that? Okay. But thank you very much. It looks like it's a much easier website to navigate, and I think it represents our city well, and it certainly does help our brand become better known as it's going out more and more into the community.
Yep, good job, Amy,
Good
and
job.
to all who worked on it.
Thank you.
Amazing work.
Okay. Next item, please.
The next item is city manager items, and there are none. The next item is items requested by council members or any future agenda items.
Okay, does anybody have anything they want to put on the agenda or that needs to be addressed?
I'll just say for the record that it wasn't the shortest meeting, but it was a good job.
Thank you, Jeff. I know, I,
This is better than your first meeting.
yeah, that was a killer. All right, we have no further business, so this meeting is adjourned.
Wow.